Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's Blog. A great evening to you wherever you are around the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, or even Southeast Asia here, right here with me in Malaysia. Dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's Blog, special Sunday afternoon or evening edition. It depends on where you are. Dear friends, well, Pre-season, Chelsea's pre-season. Are we on the right path or not? Are we on the right path? Dear friends, tonight or this afternoon, depends on where you are. Look, Sky Sport reported on Chelsea versus Celtic. Chelsea, Celtic. Sky Sport, they reported it very well, the way I want it to be reported, with the names. Pre-season match, Chelsea 1, Celtic 4. You know, if you're not careful, you're going to mispronounce the names. Yes, Chelsea, Celtic. Chelsea 1, Celtic 4. Yes, it is what it is. As you can see it right there. Last night, morning your first, we went to bed angry. Angry. Honestly speaking, and until now, it is difficult for me to really analyze the game. Because when you look at our second half, it was better than the first. Then you ask yourself, why did we have such a bad first half? Why? How come that we had a bad first half, dear friends? Look at it. Sky Sport Premier League. They said Chelsea were beaten 4-1. Chelsea were beaten 4-1 by Celtic in pre-season in Indiana last night after goals from Matt O'Reilly, Kyogo Furuhashi, Luis Palmer, and Mickey Johnston for Brendan Rodgers' side. Brendan Rodgers, we all know him. Yes, he was in the Premier League. One time, Liverpool coach. Yes, one time, I think Leicester coach. I know him very well. Brendan Rodgers, now in charge of Celtic. They beat Chelsea 4-1. 4-1. Dear friend. Now, quickly, our coach spoke after the game. And one of the few things that he said, I want to reiterate to you. Maybe you did not hear what he said. But I want to point out, because in my first video that I made earlier today, I pointed out this same thing. And when I was going through my notes, I realized that exactly what the coach said is what I did say earlier this morning. Maresca, he said, one of the things we did bad today, when we are not pressurizing, we need to drop. We are confusing things on and off the ball. But that's normal in this situation. He said, whenever we are not pressurizing, we need to drop back. We need to drop. And we are confusing things on and off the ball. But he also concluded that it is normal at this stage. You see, if you listen to our coach carefully, he seems to be a bit confident in what he's doing. He's seeing it like, oh, it is just, the first 2 games of the preseason. Or it's still a preseason. We work only two weeks, and coming to this preseason, I don't expect the players to get everything correct. I agree. But then we need to be very careful. We need to. Dear friends, second half of the game was totally different from what we saw in the first half. Look, second half of the game last night, we were much far better pressed in the second half. We were much far better in pressing in the second half. After Celtic basically exploited that in the first half. Celtic didn't come out of it because we changed the personnel and added better, attack. Off the ball in midfield, we had Ugochukwu. When Ugochukwu came in, the second half, you could see clearly that the game began to take shape. Chelsea started to play through the pivot much better and find our wingers much faster in the second half. The final balls were atrocious. That is the issue. Our final balls were very atrocious. In fact, it was criminal. We control most of the second half, but can do much better to create chances, dear friend. In this system, we can create much chances in this system. Best, we also know how to do that without Palmer and Jackson for now. Right now, without Palmer and Jackson, we should be able to master this system without them. Yes, without Palmer and Jackson, we should be able to master this system without them. Otherwise, in the near future, anything can happen. We might not have them always available. Dear friend, these are my few positives to work with and negative to work on from this game. A very informative outing against a side playing their last preseason game. Celtic, we understand it's their last preseason game they've played. So they are true. Yeah. They are true. And they've gotten what they wanted. But we are just starting. And quickly, dear friends, you see, our next games are very critical. Our remaining preseason games, we have Club America to play against. Then after, we have Man City. Within 2 days, we have Man City. After Man City, we have Real Madrid. From Real Madrid, guess what? We have Inter Milan. Then all these 4 games are going to be a test of our team, our squad. Club America, Man City, Real Madrid, Inter Milan. These are games that are going to be testing our results. Plenty of time to turn it around for our opener against City in the Premier League. Yes, in theory, it doesn't mean a lot. But I would rather not lose most of our games now and build some confidence and momentum going to the Premier League. Because if we should lose these games against Club America, Manchester City, Real Madrid, these are teams that are already formidable, dear friend. They are not rebuilding like us. I'm scared, you know. These are teams that are formidable. Yes. In theory, it doesn't matter losing against them. But I would rather not lose most of these games because we need the momentum and the confidence going into the Premier League. Dear friend, don't go anywhere. I'll be giving you a shout out when I come, get to the end of this video. Maresca speaking of Sanchez, our goalkeeper, kicking the ball long. For you to know that the second half, it was a tactical switch or tactical information that Sanchez started kicking the ball so long instead of the passing from behind. He said they were marking us. Maresca speaking about Sanchez kicking the ball so long. He said they were marking us man to man. The idea was to try and find some solution in behind. We prepared this on a tactical board and didn't try it in the training session. Maresca. They prepared this on a tactical board. The team of coaches, they prepared it. But they did not practice it in the training ground. So you, my dear friend, Maresca, I don't get it. You have a new form squad, a new team you are building. You and your coaching staff prepared something. You did not have the opportunity to practice it, and there was a game in hand. You were in that match, and you asked your players, you began to direct them. So it means you were practically practicing what was on your tactical board with the players in a game, in a match. Well, dear friends, is that the best way to learn, to teach your players? We are trying too many things and we don't have enough time to try everything. According to our coach, we are trying too many things and we don't have enough time to try everything. This is Enzo Maresca, Chelsea head coach, speaking. So means that some of the things they were practicing or trying on a field of play were actually things that were just on their tactical board. But in actual fact, he did not practice with the players. He did not train the players on that. We will see the next game. Dear friends, tonight, before I let you go, I don't know what you think. My final conclusion on this issue. My final conclusion on this issue. On this game, because from tomorrow, we will have to focus on our next training and some other issues before going to our next game. I think on Wednesday or Thursday. I realize that Maresca is clearly going to play a high line, which makes the use of Disasi and Cowell as right center back and left center back very, very bad, with how wide the center backs are in the system right now. The center backs we have right now, it wouldn't work. Disasi and Cowell, it wouldn't work if we are to use Disasi as a right center back and Levi Cowell as left center back. It will not help us. I think we will need at least one very pacey defender to come in. Ironically, Trevor Chalobah, who we are selling right now, is very good at defending wide or in wide areas. Reece James at right center back could be a move if he is fit. But right now, we are equally using Reece James as invented midfielder. Dear friends, going into our next game, I will expect a lot of changes. The third game should not be as the first and the second. And let me also point out something, dear friends. When we are analyzing these games, someone like me, I do watch some of these games 2-3 times before I come up on air to speak about it. Let me just say for a fact, and let me be on record, that I could see a clear difference between this game we play, even though we lost by a wider margin. We lost the game, but there's a clear difference. There's a clear improvement in our tactics, in our play, than in our first match against Wrexham. Wrexham, we played 2-2 draw. Yes. Against Celtic, we lost 4-1. Yes. But there's a clear improvement. You could see clearly what we are trying to do in this second game. The approach to the game was totally different. And so personally, I've seen an improvement in this game compared to the first game Chelsea played. I don't know about you, dear friend. I would love to hear from you in the comment section. Tonight, that is my final take and assessment or my final analysis on last night's game. I may come back with any breaking news later in the night or whatever. But quickly, let me give you some shout out to some of you, my friends out there, my loyal fans out there. You deserve it. You deserve it. All right. This is coming from, this is new. It's a new subscriber. Michael Obimka. Yes. Well, this is more like a 2-page, but I'll try to summarize it here so that we don't take much of your time. As I said, our problem now is not a striker. Our problem comes from defense to midfield. And wingers, not top number 9. If your midfield and wingers are not good, then the striker is useless. We really need attackers. Thanks, Michael from Lagos, Nigeria. Big shout out to you out there, Michael from Lagos, Nigeria. And then he continues, he said, good day, sir. This is the second one. I really like what is happening now. I really like preseason a lot. It will help you understand so many things. I think it's time to buy left and right wingers. Chelsea should act very fast now. Look at Badiashile ball last night. Giving away ball to our opponents. Fofana lost in a game So many average players in our team. Chelsea should keep Chalobah, please, and Conor Gallagher. If you are a real Chelsea fan, you should be happy for what is happening now in this preseason. It will make the coach and the players to work very hard. Michael from Lagos, Nigeria. Very good points out there. To be honest with you, but the Shelley mistakes, it was very, very clear. He is out of confidence. Now, Wesley Fofana, you could hear our goalkeeper Sanchez here shouting, calling Wesley, Wes, what? I'm not too sure if you had a video there. Wesley Fofana was somewhere far. He was not in his position. Sanchez was virtually on his top of his voice, shouting, Wes! Fofana, he's coming out from injury. He's been out over a year. Maybe he needs time. Maybe. Because Fofana that I knew before he got injured is not Fofana that I'm seeing right now. Alright, this one's from Idris Atela. He said, good morning to you, bro. Thank you for your good work you are doing for us, bro. Bro, I don't know what is going on with Chelsea. We don't expect this from Chelsea. My name is Mr. Taylor from Celerion. Mr. Taylor from Celerion. Big shout out to you. He said, I was not feeling good these past days. That's why, but I thank Allah for my life. I am back. Well, Mr. Taylor, I'm so sorry about that. Wish you speedy recovery. Whatever it is, speedy recovery to you. Receive strength. Yes, receive strength. We are happy you are back as well. Big shout out to you out there in Celerio, Mr. Taylor. Big shout out to you out there. He also said, good morning to you, bro. Thank you for your good work you are doing for us, bro. Bro, I don't know. Okay, it is the same thing. It's the same thing. All right. Big shout out to you, Mr. Taylor from Celerio. All right, this is from, okay. There's no name, but he said, Enzo bench Badiashile. Enzo should bench Badiashile, right? All right. Then we go to my brother Chris Williams. He said, play everyone at their right position. Simple. He continued, Chelsea really need Osimhen, Williams, and Oscar Bob, to be honest. Madueke is useless and Badiashile is stupid. My dear friend, please, let's watch our languages. We know some of your words are just unpalatable here. I cannot read that one out. All right. Okay. It says, the common truth is that Chelsea players are so lazy. No physicality, no aggressive, nothing, so lazy. Well, my dear friend, Mr. Chris Williams, big shout out to you out there. Yes, big shout out to you guys all out there. This is coming from Kamara Kemo. He said, good morning, my brother. This system Maresca want to use, it's not going to work using defenders and midfielder. Let us remember last season, Mauricio Pochettino did the same thing, using players in different positions. It couldn't work for him. It couldn't work for him. As we already know that C. James is right back, is a right back. Okay, Reece James is a right back. Wesley is a center back. So why Maresca want to use them as midfielders? Which of course, we have so many midfielders, Kamara from Celerio. Well, it is a new system. They call it inverted fullback. It's just to add more steel and steam to the midfield. For instance, if you're already playing 3 midfield, as soon as the game kick starts, when you have the ball, it's when you have the ball that the additional defender goes to add up to the midfield. When you lose the ball, that additional defender will have to find his way back to his position as a defender. So it becomes like playing double position. When you have the ball, when Chelsea have the ball, the inverted defender who is now playing midfield, yes, when we have the ball, he will join the midfield to make the midfield more, solid. But as soon as we lose the ball, he will have to relocate his rightful position. If he's a left back, he must go back to the left back. If he's a right back, he must go back to his right back position in order to defend. That is how it is. So it's not as if he's misusing or applying the players to a wrongful position. No. That is why it's called inverted. All right? Okay. Big shout out to you out there, Kamara Kemo. All right. Last one before I let you guys go. Patrick Amoa. Patrick Amor from Ghana said, Enzo know what he is doing. Well, let's just give him some chance. In the next game, the next 2 games, we will see whether Enzo Maresca truly know what he's doing or not. All right. He said, what about Pochettino in friendly game? He win all the friendly games. When we started the league, he started losing games. Yes. Last season by now, we won almost all our preseason games. But don't forget also, we had Christopher Nkunku in almost all our preseason games. It was the last game before the Premier League starts. That was when Christopher Nkunku got an injury. And we practiced many games or many systems with Christopher Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson. Even including Santos in the midfield. And it was working perfectly until Nkunku got the injury. That was when we started the league, it became a problem. Even our first game against Liverpool, we played a draw. We played a draw game with Liverpool, if you remember very well. Our first game against Liverpool, it was a drawn game. But from then onwards, we began to struggle. It is what it is, dear friends. All right. Well, I need to let you guys go. Sadiq Adeleke said, Chukwemeka, Madueke, Nkunku don't have strength to be in first team. Without Palmer, Gallagher, Casado, Cucurella, and Gallagher in the first team. Chelsea team is empty. Happy weekend, Mr. Cello. Much love. All right, much love to you two out there. Much love to you all out there. Big shout out to all of you out there. Enjoy your Sunday evening. I'll see you guys in the next one. When you see me, dear friends, let me hear from you in the comment section. Your location, where you're watching from, and what you think. See you when you see me, dear friends. Shalom and peace.